day. Cold, cool at least, but no cloud in the sky. So the plan for today is one I've not done before, or partially not done before. It's just an exploratory job really. It's Ouzelden Clough. I've sort of seen it over the last year or so. I think I'll have to go and have a look at that, but never got round to it. So today's the day. But whether there's actually a path up it or not, or if it's a scramble or whatever, is unknown at the moment. But the plan, if it goes to plan, is along this track for about a kilometre, I think. Opens up to like 3 cloughs, 2 on the right, 1 in front of you. So the second one on the right is the one I'm going up, theoretically, which is Ouzelden Clough, and that's going to put me up onto the flank of Rowlee Pasture, and I'm going to go across it again, in theory, terrain dependent, bogs dependent, hopefully it's all frozen over, over to a Boulton Defiant Wreck, which I've been to before from another angle, so, and then up onto Rowlee Pasture itself, and then either right to Alport Castles and back down to the dam, or go left towards Hagg Side and back round that way. So, make it up as I go along, if I get up the clough in the first place, of course. Well, cracking day. Supposed to be going, and that one again, can't remember the name of it. Got a rock outcrop up there. So might go up here to the wreck if I can get up, and maybe come back down this one and see what it is, just do a little loop round and then back. You're only supposed to be a little in today. I did the 12.5 mile on Monday and did me towing, so might be limping a little bit. Alright, so it begins. Ouzelden Clough. Seems to be a path of sorts, so should be okay. Let's see. Plenty of deadfall, firewood. This is the place. I think the path sort of goes that way. It's a bit of a free for all really. What we have here is a boggier than a boggy thing for about 40 metres. So try and go down the flank of that, well then I'm committed. It's possible, or up, over and around. Try and both, I suppose. No. I'll go up and around. end of tree line, I think, shortly. Right, come to a fork in the clough. The main clough goes that way, which is the way I was originally intending to go. But with all the deadfall and everything, I'm going to take off on this fork here. I'll come back in the summer possibly and re-look at that one. So today I'm going to go this way, because up here, just about a third of a mile, is the Boulton Defiant Wreck. So I'm going to cut off and go to that. If I go that way, I've got to go that way about another 3/4 mile, half a mile, 3/4 mile, and then come back this way. So I'm going to go that way for now. Put that one on back burner. Real deadfall and everything around it's making it quite arduous. But we'll investigate this one today. And do that another day. Or don't do today, I can do tomorrow and all that. Right, broke out the tree line, the wreck's over there. I think what I might do, I'll see when I go on top. I'm going to go on top, possibly get over the clough and go over and have a look down into the rest of that one. Get an overview for future reference, and then go over to the wreck. Cross these bridges, gotta get up this hill first. So I've come from just down there, where reservoir, up and then up here in the trees, broke out along. That's what we're going to carry on up. I think what we're going to do, go and hop the fence, go around the top over there and have a look over the top, and then double back to the wreck. That's the plan, make it up as you go along. Rowlee Pasture, hunt, top at Row there. Still get there. Got a river to cross, which is always fun when you can't see what's under your foot. Suppose well the camera running well now. Don't want to fall into ice. Sorry about that, bit anticlimactic. Decisions. I'm intrigued to see what's in the clough. Whereas if I do go over there, I want to talk myself out to coming back. So I'll go and have a look at clough and then come back to the wreck. I mean, I've been to the wreck before, so that's not too critical. Probably won't find much on it in snow, to be fair. But we'll see how we go. Notebook time, got all day. Not got to pick Fran up till tonight. Weather's supposed to be turning over the next week or so, so looking at today, I thought, gotta do it. I can rest up of it next week if it's crap. Another gruff. That's where I've come up. Following the logic that there's water under that, but there are sheep trails going across it. The logic being the sheep are probably as heavy as I am, but have a smaller cross section with the hooves. So the logic, applying that sort of logic, if they haven't gone in, famous last words, neither will I. Yeah, well, what's the worst that could happen? You're going about 4 feet. Well, that theory didn't work. I'm sinking a lot further than they have. Okay, not that bad then, and then you get complacent and fall 3 foot into water. I think I'm on plan F now. I've come over to look down into the gully, tree line. So now I'm going to go over to the head of the clough, which is Ouzelden Clough. Flight drone up it, see what it's like from above. I think then basically Alport Castles is just over there, not far. So I'm going to carry on off piste over to Alport Castles, and then decide then whether to go down back to the lake reservoir that way, or across Rowlee Pasture. May duck off to the wreck and back, just for the hell of it, and then carry on to the end of Rowlee Pasture and down the path, and brings me back down to the car again. Options, options and more options. Always fun when you get a big crater like that as to whether you've got a land bridge or not. Looks like there has got to be. The head of Ouzelden Clough. I came out to tree line over there up, and I've come over top to this end, just flown down it and back, and now that away for about 500 metres to Alport Castles, and then make it up from there. Swap and change, swap and change. But at the moment, heading over to Alport Castles, I'll have a cup of tea and a sandwich. Be rude not to. Go over to Alport Castles, and back along Rowlee Pasture. As I say, debate whether to drop back to Wreck or carry on. But again, I'll make that up as I go along when I get to it. So leg burner. Oddly enough, not seen the sun. The obligatory circular tour. Middle shelf stones, shelf moors, trig points, so it's Lancaster, Dakota and Super Fortress just there. Up the Pennine Way to Bleaklow Head, come across to Bleaklow Stones there, carrying along Grinner Stones, Barama Stones, Round Hill, over this peat boggy section on this edge here, Horse Stone right in the distance on the out of the snow over there. Can't remember the name of that one at the minute. I've been over it a few times, just can't come to mind of it. Marjorie Hill, Back Tor, Derwent Edge, Wheelstones at that end, Stanage just over the back, Bamford Edge on the front here, Alport Castles where I am now, Rowlee Pasture, Alport Tower, Mam Tor sticking out the back, Crookston Knoll, Seal Edge, Blackden Edge, Blackden Clough, Blackden Edge, Fairbrook Naze, the edge of Kinder, that's all Kinder, Edale Moor, Kinder Scout, and back round. Right. Cup of tea and a sandwich. And then head back over Rowlee Pasture. And back down to plan. That's the plan at the moment, to be revised. On Rowlee Pasture now. Got to make a decision again. Whether to just rake off a piece just over at top of the hill and down about a third of a mile to a wreck of a Boulten Defiant, or carry on. Decisions. While I may be rude not to. Can't have enough off a piece. Well, it's in there. Ah, there it is. Boulten Defiant. Can't remember off the top of my head when this one came down. I can have a look later on and tell you. We're just off Rowlee Pasture. Path is over there, about a third of a mile. That's Ouzelden Clough, which I came up earlier on. So the car basically is down there. What I'm doing when I've done here, take a few photos. And back up onto the path, along to that tree line. There's a path goes through that tree line and drops you down pretty much back to the car. So may as well do that. You're still on Rowlee Pasture. Just dropping out of the snow line. It's getting a bit more sparse. That's the end, or the beginning, depending on which way you're going. Rowlee Pasture. So again, Crookston Knoll, Mantor, Hollins Cross, Backtor, Loose Hill, blot on the landscape, Win Hill. Follow that path around, it takes you over the top of woods and eventually to Crook Hill on the very end of the dams, the Red Reservoir. If you go over that stile and through, follow the path down, it takes you down to Fair Homes Visitor Centre, but also just about 300 metres into the wood. There's a bit of a crater and a bit of debris, not much. Right at the side of the path, but no end of people who just walked past it, including me the first 3 times I went looking. We're on this path now, basically all the way back to the car. In just over a mile, 1.2 miles back, and that'll be it. Job done. Come all this way with clean boots, and I've got to go up a muddy path before the car. I haven't brought my other shoes with me. Woohoo! Seat car from here. So it's a good sign. Back to the beginning. 7 miles, 4.43, so just under 7.5 miles, 5 hours. A bit of a slow one that.